So I listened to Chelsie practicing her final two speech. And I know some of y'all are going to say this is an extreme thing to say, but low key, it gave me some Taylor Hale flashbacks. Now, their games are not the same, for sure. They don't have the same style of game, they don't have the same resumes, but I'll tell you the reason why it gave me Taylor Hale flashbacks. Well, this season is different altogether because, with the exception of MJ, the other two potential people that could make the final don't even have a resume to stand up to her. And if she sits next to the person who does have the resume, she has a counter speech specifically for that. Like the things that she was saying, she doesn't even need all of that. She doesn't even need all that to beat a Cam or a Rubina. And if she happened to get an MJ, that speech was like custom made for somebody like MJ. When she was talking about the fact that she didn't need, it's not all about HOHs, and she said it's not all about HOHs and power vetoes. Even though she does have them on her resume, she doesn't have as many of them as MJ, but she has enough. She has a significant enough amount so that not winning comps is not something that can be said about her, because she definitely has several comp wins. But then she was talking about the power of not always saying something, not always making a move, the power of influencing people to make the moves that you want, rather than having to always just win and make those moves yourself. Because if you're like me, you're a fan of strategy. It's like the president and the House of Representatives, like, yeah, I could just say, oh, I'm going to make the executive decision. Who's impressed by that? It's not impressive to just be like, I got the power, so I'm going to just win as many comps as I can. It's almost like it's not a well-rounded game. And you can win without a well-rounded game, because Jag did it. But not when you're like, if Jag was sitting next to a Chelsie, Jag would lose the game. If Chelsie had the exact same kind of resume that she has right now, and her and Jag were final two, Jag might have lost, unanimously. That's a possibility, to be honest with you. Good morning, Marshall. Good morning, Chocolate. Good morning, Vicky. She don't need comp wins. MJ comp wins because she ran her. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, like, I think that's why she's writing her speech this way, because she's like, in the event, because MJ secured her spot in the final three at the least, so she's writing that speech catered more towards MJ. I think she could still use that same speech if she was sitting next to Cam or Rubina, but her speech would be a lot easier. Like, it would be a sure thing, like a shoe-in, if she sat next to Cam or Rubina. So she's playing the game on hard mode, where she's like, let me write this speech towards the hardest potential final two that I could end up sitting next to, straight up. And when I say Taylor-esque, it really reminded me of, for those of us who were on my music and mental health page, it reminded me of when we were all sitting up and watching Taylor sit down in the bathroom and practice her speech and hold up that glass of wine, drinking that glass of wine, spilling it on herself. Like, the speech did not really sound polished, but neither did Taylor's speech. But the points that she was making in the speech, fantastic. So the only way for y'all to stop this train is if one of you wins the final HOH and doesn't pick her. That's her biggest risk. And I think that I know that a lot of y'all are on the, oh, you should stay loyal to Cam. Cam's easier to beat. I feel like, well, I don't know. I'm a mixed bag on that because I like based on Rabina's performance on almost everything, with the exception of that one AI competition, she's been terrible. Whether it's memory games, whether it's what else? Whether it's physical competitions, she's just been bad at everything. So I'm sitting here like, I think that that might represent somebody who's easy to take out in the final HOH comp. But I think at this point, since MJ is there, I think that at this point MJ stands a pretty good chance of winning part one. I don't know how good MJ is at any like those memory comps that they do, the memory one that they do on part three, because frankly she hasn't had to win any of those, or she hasn't been able to win any of those. Anything that she's won has mostly been like physical comps or puzzles type of thing. Chelsie has been good at those memory comps. By the way, for those who don't know what Roots is, Roots, I have never owned any Roots gear, and it's like a popular store in Canada, and I have never bought anything from there because I couldn't afford it. My cousin recommended me to go to the Roots outlet. Oh, you got to go to the Roots outlet, bro. If you saw those Roots outlet prices, and those are outlet prices, shoot, you could just imagine what the full prices cost, because that's the only reason why I just left with this hat and a bucket hat. And I still paid, let's call it maybe 40 to 50 Canadian dollars, which is not ridiculous. It's not like Lids doesn't charge that much, but this is an outlet price, is my point. Lids is not, even though all my Lids hats, I buy them on clearance for like $5 to $10. I digress, as I always do. What did I miss here? I hope I said happy Sunday. I think I said happy Sunday, but I might have said happy Friday or something. I don't know. I can't. Once you've done a certain amount of lives, you just can't keep track of what you're saying anymore. Chelsie has influenced everyone. Yes, and the thing is, if you listen to when she was practicing her speech, she's very cognizant of that. Like, that's a part of her speech for the jury. And I've heard the jury saying that it's impressive what she's been doing. I heard Quinn say that. I heard I didn't hear Leah say it or Angela, but I definitely heard Quinn say it. And Quinn, we've known that all they need is like, because people have mentioned the possibility of a bitter jury, but T-Core likes her game, Chemo likes her game, Quinn likes her game. Who would be the next person who goes in? If Cam goes in, I think Cam is a shoo-in to give her a vote. Rabina, I feel like Rabina would give her a vote now that her 3 people are out. Even though she's kept saying, I want to get Chelsie out, I don't think it's because she didn't think Chelsea's playing a good game or because she doesn't like Chelsie. I think it was just because she knows Chelsie is the biggest threat in the game, as a lot of people do. There's so much going on. Alright, I always love to see the deleted comments. Let's see. I'm going to make a guess. Is it going to be something about Diddy? Is it going to be something about my beard? Or is it going to be something about driving? Or is this person going to surprise me? Let's check this mystery comment. Good morning, Lisa, by the way. Witchcraft. Oh, not that one. Okay, I was wrong on that one. I was wrong on that one. Let's see the next one. Hold on. I thought there was two. Oh, okay. So we got the spam category today. All right. It was like today. Because usually those are the three things that people. Oh yeah, I forgot. Stuff about me being a black man. So we have like 4 comments that are typically deleted in here. So it wasn't any of those. It's like a spam. I would definitely take MJ. Well, she's not gonna be the one taking anyone. Oh, you're talking about if she were to win the final HOH. I got you. Hi, Charicity. What are these new ones? Okay, more spam. Okay, it's the spam today. Lisa is going to work this morning. Whoops. Lisa is going to work. Diddy. There we go. I was waiting for a Diddy comment. Thank you, BD, for your first and last comment on my page. Thank you for your boost in the algorithm. Y'all are going to get very used to me saying that. I mean, I've been saying that for years at this point, but yeah. I'll keep out of my probably. What I specifically wanted was a Roots hoodie. And I saw one that I was going to buy, and then they pulled one of the. You know what annoyed me so much about this is that I used to work in Sears retail in the men's department. So they did a tactic at that Roots store, what we did at that Sears store. Like, you know how you have those the racks, and then there's like sale racks, and then it'll show a price on the rack. It'll be like $39.99. So that's what I saw. It was like $39.99, and then I saw a bunch of sweaters on the rack. I bring it to the counter, and then they were like, "Oh, that'll be $89.99." And I was like, "No, I got it from that rack over there that says $39.99." And she said, "Oh, no, it's not saying that it's $39.99. It's that we at some point had something on that rack that was as low as $39.99, but those sweaters are $89.99. I'm like, I'm not buying an $89.99 sweater. I mean, I'm not saying I would never buy it, but at this point, I'm on a budget. So, in other words, I'm broke. That's what a budget means. So I wasn't there to spend $90 on a sweater. I hate that. But I won't be here at that time. That's the problem, Lisa. The only way that I could do that possibly is if they happen to have a sale in November. But there's nothing in Canada in November when I come back that is going to make for a sale. Yeah, they didn't seem bitter. I agree. Like, I was looking at them and I was expecting them to seem bitter in the jury house, but they actually seemed like they were impressed with her game. They liked her game, especially Quinn. Quinn was like, I believe Chelsie is a genius and she deserves to be the winner of Big Brother. I was like, okay, go ahead. Yeah, I called it. Somebody's going to say something about Diddy. Somebody's going to say something about my beard, which actually, maybe they're not saying anything about my beard at this point because my beard is all neatly trimmed. They make more of the beard comments when I haven't gone to the barber in a while. They all seem to think Chelsie is playing a good game. Hi, Colleen. No. Vicky. I didn't hide your comment, Vicky, whatever it is. I don't know what happened. What was your comment? I'm sorry. View message. On sale or I don't buy. Yeah. so accustomed to the clearance section. Even if I had money, like even if I had a lot of money, I feel like I still wouldn't want to just go buy something for 5,000 just because I'm like I have enough money to spend 5,000 on a sweater, and still live to talk about it. I'm not gonna do it just to do it. Personally, I don't think she'll break up the loyal trio. I think she'll put out Rabina. Also, that's MJ's choice. So that's solely MJ's choice. She told him, and actually, if MJ voted out Rabina, that would be great for Chelsie, because Chelsie didn't put Rabina on the block. Honestly, what did Chocolate say? I missed it. Who told Rabina she was fine with Reed? Chelsie. But did MJ say that? I think MJ should keep Rabina for now, only because she would most likely take MJ over Chelsie. That's true, but at the same time, I guess Cam could possibly pull one out of his ass and win at the end. So, because I was gonna say Rabina's less likely to win to even give us that possibility, but you want to stack the odds. Basically, that would be making it MJ versus Chelsie, and I think I agree that would probably be her best odds. By the way, shout out to this Toronto traffic, because Lisa, you're the only one on here who's gonna know this, but I'm driving from 2 days in a row now, driving from Oshawa to that Enercare Center, I think it's called, is right next to, what is it called? Ontario Base. So I'm able to get from Oshawa to Ontario Place in like 40 minutes with the no toll route. That's insane. That is insane. Like if I was driving from Oshawa to Union with the no toll route on a weekday, we're talking like an hour for 2 hours, two to 2.5 hours at times. Because I was coming from Toronto to Oshawa the other day, and I tried to put on the no toll route because I was meeting my high school classmate, and it said 2.5 hours if I had not taken the 407. With the 407, it was like an hour 20-30, but without, it was like 2.5. So this is 2 days in a row of zero traffic coming from here to Toronto and getting there in 40 minutes from Oshawa. That is insane. I mean, nobody else, unless you're Canadian, is going to know. This is going to be irrelevant to most people. But I just had to throw that out there. What's up, Van Hoot? Let's see. Keep an eye on what you want. True. That would be cool. I could just PayPal you or something and you could get it for me. I'll say it, Diddy. Your beard is nice. What can they say? They can say things when it's scraggly. They're like, are you Muslim? Are you Arab? I didn't watch the feed yesterday, so I didn't realize. Because I was looking at the time, and I'm going to be there in 20 minutes. Like, it's right around the corner from where I am. I mean, it's not right around the corner, but there's no traffic at all. It's like nobody on the road. I'm super early, as a matter of fact. Like, there's things that I was trying to do, I was thinking of doing, but then I was like, I don't want to be late. So let me just make sure that I'm there on time. But I'm going to be 2 hours Today is part 2 of my race, by the way. I don't know what possessed me to do 2 of these races 2 days in a row, but yeah, that's what's happening. Matter of fact, this is the second or third time this year that I've done races on back-to-back days, so I'm just trying to challenge myself to be better. I love the deal more than I love the item at times. I love when I get the receipt and it's like regular price $200, current price $23.99. I feel like I just won the lottery just because of the fact that it's like 90% off. So you don't need to take it. What is the 40? I'm not. Now I'm going to sound completely like a foreigner because I don't know what the 40 is. Let's see. Really? Man, and I would have definitely use that because I'm going to get a huge toll bill in the mail because that's what happened to me last time. Last time I went back and forth about 4 times. I want to say like 4 times going back and forth on the 407 because my mom and my sister were staying in Oshawa and my friend that I was staying with was in Toronto. So I was going back and forth, like meeting up with my mom and sister, taking them places, and then coming back at night and staying with my friend. And I was using the 407. And I was thinking, how much could the 407 be? 4 times, literally, 4 times there and back. I want to say that my ticket, my toll that I got in the mail was like $180 for traveling on that thing 4 times. So when I went on the 407 on Friday, yeah, when I went on the 407 on Friday, it was a one-way, one-time deal because I had to be somewhere in a limited amount of time, so I just honestly did not have a choice. Yesterday, I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm just going to be happy that I have yet to experience any significant amount of traffic. Call the 407. Would they really? Oh, you're joking. Because I was like, I would definitely do that. I wish they did this thing like what they do in the States where when you rent a car, you can actually just pay a certain amount a day for them to take care of all the tolls. Like it's like a prepaid thing. Like for instance, you get the car and you give them, let's say, $20 a day for unlimited tolls. That might sound like a lot, but if you know how much tolls cost over here in Canada on this specific road, $20 a day would be a discount. A huge discount, as a matter of fact. They've changed up these highways so much since I last lived here. Don't you have to pay ahead? They don't do that anymore. Well, maybe they do that where you live, Janet, but where I live, everything is tolls by mail. I think we might have less than around my area anyways, we probably have 2 or 3 actual toll booths. Everything else is electronic for us. So now I'm on the Don Valley Parkway. Yeah, Yes, the good old Don Valley Parkway, and maybe because it's like early and it's weekend and it's the weekend. Because when I was going back and forth, it was not the weekend and it was not early, so sorry, y'all. I think I have allergies coming up. The DVP. Toll roads are everywhere in Texas. Who lives in Texas? Is that where you live, Janet? The Don Valley Parkway South. We don't have. You're lucky. I wish we have toll roads everywhere. Man, I get so sick of paying tolls all the time. And the speeding and the red light. The speed cameras and the red light cameras. We have an abundance of those in New York City. Everywhere you turn. We got tickets for the bus, because the bus has cameras on the mirrors now. We got tickets for just about everything. Where are we? Now I'm on the Gardner Expressway, because I have two people who would know what I'm talking about. They'll hunt you down. And if you don't pay, they will suspend your license. I know this because I got something in the mail that I just ignored. Then I got another letter in the mail that was like, if you don't come to court on this day, consider your license and registration suspended effective immediately. Took the day off work because there was no way that, like, I can't function at this stage of my life without having a vehicle, because my vehicle is literally my livelihood at this point. Whether it is my actual job where I have to drive to people's homes and do home visits, which some people do without a car, but they have to go to great lengths to be able to get to those places on public transportation or Uber. And I can't depend on things like that to be able to get me where I want to go. I'm sorry, my allergies are acting up. My allergies have been acting up since yesterday, so maybe there's pollen in the air or something. Okay. There's not many toll workers in the States anymore, man. Toll workers are becoming obsolete. They took away almost all of them in New York City, like, I don't know how many years ago. It's all about the ticketing, the what's it called? The pictures they take of your license plate. It's all about that now. They don't have many. What do you do, Marcus? Drive someone else's car. They say, whoops, if you don't pay your 407. Oh, so you actually had tickets outstanding. You actually had 407 tickets outstanding, and they still let you renew the license. We do have cameras, but just put your visor down when you go through. If they can't see you, they can't ticket you. I mean, I guess that's true. You can say that somebody else was driving your car, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be the unlucky one that it wouldn't work for. So I don't try things like that. You know what? My friend that lives in Dallas, I think it was Dallas, told me that they had a whole bunch of those cameras, and then everybody got pissed off and went to court and fought it, and then they declared it unlawful to have those cameras. Like, we need to learn something from Dallas, even though I don't know what part of Texas that you live in. I don't know why I didn't remember that you live in Houston, Chocolate. We have no toll workers. They got rid of them. We got rid of them before COVID. New York is always trying to just find ways to not have to pay people actual money. Like, I was just telling Lisa the other day, they make so much more money with speed cameras than they did with actual cops pulling people over for speeding. Because even if the speed camera is BS or faulty or records an incorrect time or something, what can you do about it? You can't fight it. Oh, this says that you're going 55 in a 30 zone. No, I wasn't, actually. I know what speed I was going. How do you prove that? Oh, here's a video of my speedometer, and here's a video of the exact spot where I passed the camera. You know what I mean? Like, it's a money grab. I don't believe it's about safety. It's a money grab. If you want safety, throw a speed bump in there, not a camera. Make it so that they'll have a consequence to their car if they speed in that zone, not to their pocket. I think they got rid of the cameras, but certain cities in Texas, they still have them. Sent me a video. That's one of the worst ones, and that's one of the worst tickets to get. I've gotten one of those, not making a complete stop before turning right on red. That is one of the most annoying tickets to get. I got one of those. I got one of those rolling turn tickets. I was like, unbelievable. And I got 3 of them. I got 3 of those tickets because it was when they first put that camera in that area. No, it wasn't all for that, but I got 3 tickets in that area because I didn't know that camera was there, and then the tickets came in the mail like a month after the incident. And I was like, what is this for? Oh, go on this website and type in this URL. This ULR, sorry. Type in this ULR and then see your infraction. And then you click on it, you type it in, and then you watch yourself do the rolling turn, and you're like, oh goodness. I can't even fight this ticket. They've made it so there's no point in even trying to go to court anymore. Yes, it is, Mag. I agree. It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamins. Don't even get me started. You can go to court and lose a day of work. Yeah, I don't want to turn this into another topic, but I was pulled over one night by a cop one night, and he said that my tail light was out. He told me my tail light was out, and then he was like, license and registration, please. And ooh, am I going the right way? I hope so. If not, I'm early enough. I don't think I'm going the right way. Shoot. Okay, I'm not far off anyways. I have 13 minutes to get to my destination. Okay. I was pulled over one night, and then the cop said, your tail light is out. I didn't think it was out, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to live through the encounter, so I didn't argue that. He said license and registration. I think my license was in the back seat. So I couldn't readily access it, so I didn't give it to him right that second. And so he went to his car. He made me sit in my car for like 30 minutes. I'm cutting down parts of this story because I don't want it to turn into another topic. But I sat in my car for about 30 minutes, and then he comes back. He gives me 2 tickets totaling $380. One ticket was driving without a license, and the other ticket was taillight. The taillight was out. So the license part, while he was in his car, I found the license in the back. So when he came back to the car, I showed him. I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't have my license right away. I wasn't able to locate it quick enough, but I have it. Here it is. He's like, sorry, I already wrote you the ticket. Tickets are like irreversible once you write them. And I was like, but I'm showing you, you're giving me a ticket for driving without a license, and my license is right here. So what's up with that? So then he was just like, yeah, there's nothing that I can do at this point. But he said, don't worry about it. You just go to court, and I'm sure you could get at least one of these 2 tickets thrown out. He said that like that was a regular thing. So lo and behold, I go to the court. I stand in front of the judge. Oh, first of all, I skipped the part. When he drove off, I went and looked to see if my taillight was out. It was not out. That's what he pulled me over for, and it was not out. So that was number one. So when I stood in front of the judge, I said I got a ticket for a busted taillight and failure to drive with a license. And I said, I had my license on me, and I showed it to the officer, and my taillight wasn't out. He said, proof of that. I said, proof of what? Proof that you had your license on you. I said, I showed it to him, and he had a body cam, so I'm pretty sure that you can go check the body cam footage and hear me and see me presenting him the license. And then the second one, I didn't know this, but people have said this to me, that I should have actually gone outside of my car and taken pictures and videos, whatever, of the taillight, showing that it is working and functioning that same night, so that they can see that with a timestamp, which, if God forbid I'm ever in that situation again, I will do so. But yeah, so what the judge said, he was just like, okay, so how about this? $380. We'll lower this to like $60 or something like that, and then you go to the clerk and pay the $60. Cool. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's what's up. I'm saying that thinking that, I don't know what I was thinking, but when I went to the clerk to go pay that ticket, I looked at what they had given me to pay, and it said jaywalking. So then I went to one of the court officers, and I was like, I came in here on 2 bogus tickets that I should not have gotten. The judge told me that he can reduce this to $60. But then when I looked at the ticket he gave me a jaywalking ticket. The officer said, that's the way the system works. You didn't lose any points, and you're paying $320 less than you would have paid. So I would just recommend that you just take that as a win, go home. And I did go home, but I didn't take it as a win to have to pay anything for doing nothing wrong. So that's the way the system goes. I'm trying to see if I can show y'all the what's it called? Oh, that's the Scotiabank. That's the Scotiabank Arena. See, this is Ontario Place. Well, most of y'all won't know what that is, but it's beautiful in the city, man. I'm biased, I guess, but there's no city that I enjoy more than this one. Truthfully, truthfully. When people ask like, "What's your favorite city?" They're thinking that I'm gonna say it's like Miami, or like when I went to a couple of cities in Mexico, or I guess I haven't been to that many cities, so maybe I might one day find somewhere that is just mind-blowingly good or something. But the thing is, even if I did, there's nice cities and there's home, and that's two different things. This is a place that I feel so comfortable. Okay, I'm almost there. All right. I may or may not you have used that method and got away with it because the camera doesn't show it. So irritating. I don't know what time. Somebody tell me if you all know what time Big Brother comes on. I probably won't be able to see it, but 2 hours from Houston. The stupid taillight excuse. Yeah, I've heard it's a common one. They get your plate in the photo. Yeah, they do that here too, actually. But I've heard people have fought them in that way. Um, I think they have to have the other driver. People just don't realize it. Yeah, they'll throw it out, but it's a pain. And you sign paperwork that's basically stating that you are jaywalking. I mean, there's minimal consequence. There's no consequences basically to a jaywalking ticket because you just pay it and it's done. But for me, it's just the principle of I'm paying for something that I didn't even do. What is the red canoe? They just write you random tickets. Yes, it's crazy. That's why the courts do people like that, because they have no energy to fight this. Can I count this as I guess if that makes you feel happy. I just showed my kids the view Marcus doing us. You have not. That's a tragedy, Lisa. And they literally should have been in this area. Well, I get, how old are they? Maybe not. But I know that Ontario Place was a staple of my childhood. I am 3 minutes away. What is my battery life? Oh, battery life is not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Oh, they got a nice park over there. Park is nice. I don't know if you'd be able to see that. Well, they got plenty of nice parks over here. Like someone exercising over there. And then they have a parking that I park at. I'm saying this like I'm some expert of this area now because I've been here twice. Well, I've been here more than twice, but when I was coming here as a kid, we came on the school bus. So I didn't have to worry about driving, parking, none of that. Newfoundland Road. That park is nice. That's like an exercise park. It's like it's by a body of water. People are running, biking and stuff. We don't have things like this. We don't have nice things at home, so that's why I'm so I don't know if I want to say amused. Amused is not even the right word. True, sometimes people do have to live vicariously through others. Just like when my coworkers and stuff and friends, oh, I'm in Europe, I'm visiting Dubai. I'm like, yo, I have never taken a real vacation in my entire work life. The closest thing I took to an actual like vacation like that was when my friend's dad used to run these cruises, and they invited me on the cruise to be the official photographer. And even though it was, see, to Enter Care Center, Enter Care Center, Exhibition Place, and Ontario Place. Here, Lisa, Ontario Place, if you can see the sign. I don't know if you can see the sign. Toronto. And some people are staying right there in that hotel, but listen, I don't pay for things that I don't have to pay for. And because I know a significant amount of people who live here, why would I pay? Why does that? That doesn't make sense. All right, time to head to my parking spot that I'm so familiar with. I'm so sore. I can't. I can't fathom doing this race twice. What was I thinking? It has a nice front to it. Let me see if anyone's behind me. I mean, I could always just show you when I stop, but that's the building. That's the building that I'm going to be in doing this race in approximately an hour and what, 20 minutes or so. Oh, what is, wait a minute. Uh, Give me 1 second, y'all. Because in Canada, I mean, I guess it's kind of a concept that makes sense, but they make you pay. Shoot. Oh, I know what I could do. They make you pay. They make you pay for the parking before. They make you pay for the parking before you get in to the parking garage. Like the parking garage is by me. You pay when you're leaving, but I guess they want to ensure that they're getting their money up front. So don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And I hate the game. I spend ridiculous amounts of money on fitness, like as cheap as I can be for everything else. Like I spend way too much money on fitness stuff. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why is my volume increasing for no reason? All right, I'm gonna give you guys an inside look at the inside of the building in view, because I'm gonna keep this on live up until are off. I was trying to show y'all my other hat that I bought yesterday, and for some reason, what the heck did I just do with it? I was just in my hand. Oh, here we go. This was actually on sale. My Roots bucket hat. That's fire. Hold on. Well, I guess you can't really see. Oh, there. Yeah, you can see it. It's my beige Roots bucket hat. This is actually, I love this hat. Even though I didn't get my sweater that I wanted, I got my bucket hat. I love both of these hats, actually. I'm happy with the hats. It's just that I didn't go there for a hat, so I'm not happy about that part of it. All right, what time is it? 9:30. I have about an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm probably going to stand in some big line like I did yesterday. Probably an even bigger line than I stood in yesterday, because yesterday I was here at 6 o'clock in the morning. And this one is a doubles race, so in theory, it's going to be slightly easier. Allegedly. I know, I haven't talked to y'all in like 10 minutes. But I gotta get myself together. I'm so sore. Gosh. I am so sore from yesterday. Okay, where was I? Did you dream you're in the house? You're playing a game, not inside of the house. You haven't even seen the inside of the building yet. I mean, the outside of the building is nice. The inside of the building, well, it's like any convention center, honestly. But convention centers are nice. Okay. My High Rocks bag. Hey. This is my car for the weekend, by the way. I don't even know how to say that. But it's a pretty nice car. You know? Cool little car. Yeah. Medieval. How far is medieval times from here? Even though I'm not doing that. This is pretty much my last thing, and then once I finish this race, I'm probably gonna spend another hour to two in the Toronto area, and then I'm gonna head back over to Grandma. And Grandma has work for me, of course, always. She wants me to go pick her out a phone and install it. Pick her out, like, not a phone. When I say a phone, I mean pick her out a set of house phones to replace the one she has upstairs, living room, dining room, kitchen. She's got the full set of phones like back in the day. And I had to go pick them out for her and install all of them. Fun. Medieval times in California. Food is pretty. Oh, my legs. Every time I press the button to like switch the camera, it zooms in on me before it switches. Yesterday I was like, I'm all about the stairs. Today I'm all about the escalator. Because my legs aren't working the same as they used to be yesterday. I can't recover like the way that I used to. Oh, look at the moose over there. Well, I saw it, but y'all didn't see it before. Canadian moose symbolizes, I don't know what it symbolizes. That's bad, right? We got this guy warming up over here. Warming up, which is not a bad idea. You know, get your run in inside the building, because warming up your legs is essential. I think I will have to turn this off. Oh no, I won't have to turn it off, because they said they can look me up by my ID. So I have my ID on me, so I should be good to go. It's a nice building. See, exhibit hall. My favorite. Fall. We got all athletes here. It feels cool to come to these things as an athlete, to be honest with you. Oh, I'm gonna try to, before I sign in or after, I'm gonna try to show you all the wall that has my name on it. I was so hyped to see this wall. And I saw names on it. I was like, oh, these are probably the names of all the people who have won this competition. Nope. It was just the names of everybody who signed up. My name was on there. My grandma is loving when I'm there to an extent, but she's not loving the fact that I have only been there split time. But like I said, I will try my best to make it up to her, because I'm coming back next month for her 90th birthday party. So when I come that time, that time is just dedicated to her. Matter of fact, I am gonna go shortly. See, this is the line. Right. Right. I'm gonna show y'all the. I'm gonna show y'all the wall, and then I'm gonna go register and warm up because I have a lot to accomplish. So yeah. All right, right. So we have this wall. It says Good Life Fitness Toronto, right? Let's see if I can zoom in enough for y'all to see. The third name from the top in the middle. See that? Oops. On this big wall of names. Other people can point to their names. My name is way up there, but you saw it, hopefully. I can't point to my name because my name is almost at the top because it goes in alphabetical order by last name. So sorry for your lost touricity. Okay, y'all. I'll talk to you in a couple of hours or so when I'm finished. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop some more great content. Thank y'all.